everyone, quick little Nurburgring track guide, so I hope you enjoyed the lap. That was lap 11 here, 49.301, and that's like a qualifying lap, second lap of a run. Which is why I like to show, those laps, because the qualifying sessions are quite tough on cold tyres and high fuel load, so I like to show a lap that represents that. 21 degree track temp. Yeah, quite a tricky track, so I'll just go through it as quickly as I can if you want to listen to me talk about it. So I'll first, as always, turn the sound down a bit so that I can hear myself a bit easier. Alright, and here we go. So coming down to turn 1, we are going to be staying to the left and braking as this access road ends, braking quite hard and sustaining the brake pressure quite firmly as we brake in a straight line before then easing off and coming gradually towards the apex. We need to be in quite a calm state regarding the car at this point because the way the track falls off, it's quite easy to slide wide of this one. So you want to just be nice and calm coming down towards the apex. Trail braking all the way. Ignore my clutch input, that's just the faulty clutch pedal that I've got on my expensive wheel, so that's good. Yeah, nice and easy, and then as soon as you come down from this compression here into the compression, then you can get quite a lot of traction and floor the throttle on the way out. Then turn 2, we're pretty much following a nice smooth arc, so we'll go up to 3rd gear. And we get to around this point, middle of the track, lift off a bit, and a tiny bit of trail braking if you need to do it. And then push out in 3rd gear towards the exit where you can go over this curb but not over the white line, or you get the off track. Then I stay in 3rd gear and brake down to 2nd. And then here again, very easy to start losing the rear end with sliding here, so we want to be nice and gentle, maybe not trail braking for too long, because if you're braking and steering it's easy to lose the rear, I find. So you want to be nice and calm, bring the car to the left, then short shift to 3rd gear so that we can focus on pushing the throttle over this one, which would be turn 4 I suppose. Then avoiding the off tracks on the left, there's one there and then there's one here. Just make sure you avoid those off tracks. Then let's check, is it turn 5? Oh, that's turn 5, yeah, because this is a corner apparently. So turn 5, full throttle if you're able to, let's hope. Turn 6, so I like to come down to 4th gear, trail brake, and then you could stay in 4th or you can come down to 3rd. And then it's kind of up to you at this point how much you want to come to the left or come to the right or stay in the middle like I kind of am. Some people like to go more to the left here and take less speed in turn 6. Some like to dive more to the apex here, take more speed in turn 6, dive to the apex, and then you kind of compromise yourself a bit for turn 7. So it's up to you to kind of find the balance that works for you, but this is just how I'm doing it. Come a bit to the left. And then this one, turn 7, you probably could do in 3rd gear as well, for sure. But 2nd gear gives you a more stable kind of platform to get an exit from. So you can play around with different options with that one. Push to the exit curb and turn 8. Braking when this serrated edge begins. I don't know if you would call that a curb, but whatever that is. And then, yeah, that one's an interesting one. Again, there's kind of multiple interpretations of this one. You could potentially dive down to the inside more because of the camber of the corner, or you might want to enter it wider. So it's up to you to play around with. I go down to 2nd gear, push the exit. Pushed it a bit too much on this occasion, but I got away with it. Yeah, so again, I don't know. You could have your car more on the inside here, take a more F1 kind of line. I think Schumacher liked to dive more to the inside in his Ferrari, but I don't know what the best option is exactly, but this is what's been consistent for me, just getting a kind of late apex down to second gear, and then gives you a nice open exit to push out. And here we're going to be using all of this curb, and then we're going to be full throttle on this occasion. So if you get this right, you can do it full throttle, go onto this curb, push out, keep the steering kind of gentle so that you don't lose grip by over rotating the tyres and over slipping them. Then here we're going to be half of the car over the white line. Any more than that and you'll get an off track. Braking. I start braking when this grey line starts here, and braking half the car onto the line. Then nice and gentle down to third gear over this curb and pushing out. And then we're going to be remaining in third gear. A little bit of brakes just to settle the car, and a little bit of coasting, and then we can push out. So, yeah. Push out fourth gear, then nice and easy through this, so that will be turn 13. And then here I'm staying in fifth gear because we're going uphill, so if you shift to sixth gear you're just going to lose speed at this point. Stay in fifth gear also means less downshifting to do. And then braking just before the 50 board. Maybe you can brake later, but I struggle a bit with this chicane, so I like to be more on the side of caution here, because if you touch, going backwards in slow motion, if you touch this curb here on the inside you get a off track. Then if you cut this white line too much you get an off track, so you just want to be in control of the car. But we're definitely doing fourth gear here, riding the brake on the way in, pushing on the way out, pushing all the way onto the exit curb, but then coming down to the track to brake, because if you brake on this curb you can lose grip, lock the tyres. And then on this one you can maybe take a wider line, wider entry than I did here, but either way we're coming down to second gear. You could potentially stay in third gear, but just nice and easy come down. I was a little bit wide of the apex here, and yeah, pushing out second gear, using auto curb. And that is one complete lap of the Nurburgring non-Nordschleife. If you have any thoughts or questions, let me know. I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching.